వెల్కమ్ టు డిఆర్టీఎస్పిఆర్ షో. నేను మీ డాక్టర్ తంగెల్ల శివప్రసాద్ రెడ్డి అలియాస్ డాక్టర్ టిఎస్పిఆర్. నమస్తే, ఆదాబ్, హలో, స్వాగతం, సుస్వాగతం. కొద్ది రోజులైంది గురుతుల్యులు బివి సుబ్బారావు గారికి సాదర స్వాగతం. ఎందుకంటున్నా అంటే మూలం ఈ ఛానల్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడానికి బివి సుబ్బారావు గారు, ప్రొఫెసర్ కె పురుషోత్తం రెడ్డి గారు కోవిడ్-19 టైంలో ఏం చేద్దామని, సార్ అదే మనం న్యూ జర్నలిస్టు, నువ్వు డాక్టరు, మనం ఎట్లా చెప్పాలి, నువ్వు ఇన్ని రోజులు చేసిన మంచి పని అంతా ఇదవుతుంది కదా అంటే అప్పుడు డిఆర్టీఎస్పిఆర్ ఛానల్స్ మే 26 5వ సంవత్సరం అవుతుంది ముచ్చటగా. చిన్న ఈ ప్రయోగం 8-10 గంటలు కూడా ఆ రోజు లైవ్ ఇచ్చాం. ఎప్పుడు కోవిడ్-19 సమయంలో వరదలు వచ్చి ముంచెత్తినప్పుడు హైదరాబాద్, ఆ వయసులో కూడా వారు సుబ్బారావు గారు, ప్రొఫెసర్ పురుషోత్తం రెడ్డి గారు అందరినీ కనెక్ట్ చేసి ప్రతి ఒక్క బాధితులను మేము కనెక్ట్ చేసి లైవ్ ఇచ్చాం. అటువంటి బాధ్యతతో గల ఛానల్ అతిథులము మళ్ళీ ఈరోజు బాధాకరంగా ఈ షో చేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ఎంత చెప్పినా ప్రభుత్వాలు, తర్వాత పురపాలక శాఖ కానీ అధికారులు మారిన తీరు, అదేవిధంగా ప్రజలు కూడా మాకేమవుతుందిలే అనే మీమాంసలో ఉండడం వలన ఈరోజు 17 అమూల్యమైనటి ప్రాణాలు గుల్జారౌజ్లో కోల్పోవడం, అది కూడా అగ్ని ప్రమాదంలో. హైదరాబాద్ రైజింగ్, తెలంగాణ రైజింగ్ హైదరాబాద్, పెట్టుబడులు రండి, సురక్షితమైన జీవితం ఇక్కడ, ఆహ్లాదకరమైన వాతావరణం అని చెప్పుకునేటువంటి చార్మినార్ ఒక చారిత్రక కట్టడం, హైదరాబాద్కు గుర్తింపు. అక్కడ దాన్ని ఆనుకొని గుల్జార్ హౌస్లో 125 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి వారే చెప్తా ఉన్నారు, ఓవైసీ ఎంపీ అక్కడ, దానికి వారే క్లియర్, 125 సంవత్సరాల నుంచి ఇక్కడ ఉంటున్నారు వారు, కింద షాపులు పైన ఇల్లు. మరి వారు కూడా ఒక బ్యారిస్టర్, వారి ఆధ్వర్యంలోనూ జిహెచ్ఎంసీ ఉంది. ఆల్ మున్సిపల్ కార్పొరేటర్స్ ఇంక్లూడింగ్ ఎమ్మెల్యేస్ and MP belong to All India Majlis Ittihadul Musliman Party, and he is a barrister. But how is that you have allowed such type of accidents? I am not blaming anyone here, but prior to season change, and this is archaeological wonderful structures, artifacts, were they being considered on safety and other mechanisms? అటువంటి కట్టడాల పట్ల ఆ పార్టీ కానీ, రూలింగ్ ఇప్పుడు కాంగ్రెస్, ఇంతకుముందు బీఆర్ఎస్, ఇంతకుముందు మిగతా పార్టీలు ఉండేటివి, ఏ రోజైనా పురపాలక సంఘ శాఖల తరఫున డబ్బులు కావాలి, ల్యాండ్ రెగ్యులరైజేషన్ స్కీమ్, బిల్డింగ్ రెగ్యులరైజేషన్ స్కీమ్ అని మోదించడం తప్ప, సురక్షితంగా ఈ బిల్డింగ్స్, ఈ కట్టడాలు ఉన్నాయా, అక్కడ సురక్షితమైనటువంటి జీవితం పౌరులు గడుపుతున్నారా, ప్రతి కాలం మారినప్పుడల్లా ఇబ్బందులు ఏమైనా వస్తున్నాయా, మరి ముఖ్యంగా ఇప్పుడు వాతావరణంలో పెను మార్పులు, సచ్ ఎ సివియర్ అండ్ సీరియస్ క్లైమేట్ చేంజెస్ ఆర్ హ్యాపెనింగ్, ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్ హీట్ విచ్ యూ హ్యావ్ నెవర్ సీన్. Did GHMC or the government of the day or previous government or the present corporators of GHMC and all those officials, did they take any action in regards? That is why, whom should we blame? The second series. And I'll take a forward and I'll show again those who have lost their lives. Our heart goes with them. We pay our heartful sympathies to the families and our prayers for those unfortunate souls to rest in peace. What wrong they have done? What wrong they have done? And how long these sufferings? And after that again, you see here, they have appointed a 6-member committee. I don't know what purpose it is going to. When disaster, 6-member committee formed for comprehensive investigation of Gulzarhouz fire accident. A report including suggestions to people to avoid such fire accidents would be submitted to chief. Already we have told in the last show, and we have been telling the same, advising the same last 5 years. And see here, panic-stricken people after a fire broke out in, these are the earlier visuals, and this is here, SS Jewels, Telangana State Disaster Response and Fire Services Director General Y. Nagireddy at the spot after a fire broke out in a building at Gulzarhouz on Sunday, May. The 17 members who died were from the same family, including 7 children. The fire broke at the jewelry store at the ground floor of a 3-storied building and quickly spread to all the floors. A report including details on the cause of fire accident, measures taken by various departments has to be submitted to the Chief Minister, said Hyderabad in charge Minister Ponnam Prabhakar on Tuesday. పొన్నం ప్రభాకర్ జీ మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు సార్? మీరే చెప్పాలా మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారో, మాకు తెలియదు. అండ్ హియర్ హైదరాబాద్ డిజాస్టర్ రెస్పాన్స్ అండ్ అసెట్ ప్రొటెక్షన్ ఏజెన్సీ హైడ్రా కమిషనర్ A.V. Ranganathan at the spot after fire broke out in the building, and he says it is because of fire. They have not gone for a fire. Here is the
తెలంగాణలో హైదరాబాద్ లో మన జరిగినటువంటి ఫైర్ యాక్సిడెంట్ లో 17 మంది చనిపోయిన అంశంపై ప్రభుత్వం చాలా సీరియస్ గా తీసుకుంది. హైదరాబాద్ మున్సిపల్ కమిషనర్, హైదరాబాద్ కలెక్టర్, హైదరాబాద్ సిపి, హైడ్రా కమిషనర్, ఐజీ ఫైర్ 5గురితో పాటుగా ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ సిబ్బంది యొక్క ఎండి, ఎస్పీడీసీఎల్ తో చేసి వీళ్ళందరినీ కూడా ఆ సంఘటన మీద విచారణ చేసి ప్రభుత్వానికి నివేదిక ఇవ్వమని కోరుతా ఉన్నాం.
అయ్యా పొన్నం ప్రభాకర్ గారు, ఇది చేతులు కాటిన తర్వాత ఆకులు పట్టుకోవడం కదా. మీ దృష్టికి ఎన్నో అక్రమ కట్టడాలు కూడా తెచ్చాము, మీరు స్పందించలేదు. మీకు డైరెక్ట్లీ పంపాం. మీరు ఏం చేస్తున్నారు అని ఈరోజు ప్రశ్నిస్తున్నారు. పురపాలక శాఖ, మీరు హైదరాబాద్ శాఖ ఇన్ఛార్జ్ కూడా, మంత్రులు కూడా. కాబట్టి ఇది జరిగే వరకు మీరు ఎందుకు ముందస్తు జాగ్రత్తలు తీసుకోలేదు? క్లియర్గా వారు చెప్తూనే ఉన్నారు. మన పెద్ద మనిషి, the Telangana government forms high-level panel to probe Gulzarhouz fire in Hyderabad. Telangana Disaster Management Minister Ponnam Prabhakar has announced the constitution of a 6-member. ఇప్పుడే చెప్పారు. బట్ ముందస్తు జాగ్రత్తలు ఏం తీసుకున్నారు? హైడ్రా రంగనాథ్ గారు, he says fire safety norms were not followed. And someone said on that day, you have listened to DCP short circuit prime. Already they were, giving reasons. చెప్తా ఉన్నారు ఏం జరిగింది అని. ఇక మరి ఈ 6-member కమిటీ ఎందుకు? 8 children, ఇంతకుముందు 7 అన్నారు ఒక పేపర్లో. 8 children among 17 killed in a massive fire near Charminar in Hyderabad. Of only one family, Prime Minister was announcing, and then Chief Minister also announced ex gratia. All. One family, in one family, so many lives were lost. Who is responsible? This is what we have been act. Who is responsible for this? Can those precious lives be brought back? What wrong they have done? I'm showing why, because they were the future of not state India also. Such 8 children, if they have been mauled to death for no fault of theirs. Lack of fire safety measures caused Gulzarhouz tragedy, Hydra Commissioner. Already he is stating. Then what for the 6-member committee, Mr. Ponnam Prabhakar? This is what I'm asking you. There is no coordination between you. Absolutely no coordination. The DCP said short circuit that day. That video is also there. I'll play. Now Hydra Commissioner says lack of fire safety measures. Then who should be held responsible? Whether it is short circuit or lack of fire safety measures. Which is the department? It is not Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation under which all these things, and he is not the same state minister in charge. And who is holding municipal ministry? Again, it will go to the Honorable Chief Minister. Buildings lack proper earthing, finds power department. See, different connotations. Buildings lack proper earthing. So proper earthing is not there. Power department. Lack of fire safety measures caused Gulzarhouz tragedy. Hydra Commissioner and DCP clearly states that it was because of short circuit. Now who should be held responsible and who is correct? The lives have been lost. The lives have been lost. These are the precious lives on your screen. We pay our humble respects to the family. Again, we are praying for their souls to rest in peace. My straight away question, Sir V.V. Subbarao garu, you have been pioneering many projects for the center and state governments and for other NGOs. And you have been repeating this on this channel. Whenever there were tragedies, floods, nalas open, people were getting washed away, properties lost, roads, life comes to a standstill. And even with extreme heat conditions, even during elections also, you said postpone the elections. Last year, if you remember, you clearly said postpone elections. Then you said, why this land regularization scheme and building regulation scheme when they have already done violations? When you are regularizing violations, don't you think the government of the day, including Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, including its corporators, mayor, commissioner, principal secretary, Danam Kishore, who was there till recently, was just transferred, and the minister in charge of the state, don't you think they should all be held responsible, including the MLAs, elected MLAs? What is their duty? And the MP of that. Sir, please, my heart goes out with all them.
Thank you, Dr. Prasad. And first of all, my deep condolences to the family members who met with a tragic death in this incident without any fault of theirs. That is the most harsh lesson we should learn. Now, with limited time, you are asking whom should be blamed. We should blame everybody right from the central government to the local governing body. That's what I feel. I congratulate the government for taking an immediate action, constituting a 6-member committee. But I don't see not even one urban planner in this. I do not understand the psychology of the elected persons in creating such committees. Is it only for the namesake? Like what is happening Tamasha in the Kaleshwaram? Now the Tamasha will be around Gulzarhouz. One thing I tell you, last 20 years, I am giving training programs in MCH RDA on urban disasters. One officer declared it's a short circuit, the other officer declared it's a fire safety. And last 1 year, we have increased frequency and intensity of the fire accidents in the city. Whether it is Jubilee Hills, whether it is Secunderabad, whether it is any other place. Is there any comprehensive report on these things? We only come across short circuits and some other. This is very tragedy. South of Musi has a different culture, different history, different habitation. Right from Afzalganj to Charminar, it's a mixed habitation of production centers with people living, residential areas. Is there any special report by the HUDA or HMDA or GHMC? No. How they were surviving for 300 years? And you may say there was no power, sir, in those days, that's why they survived. All foolish answers will come to me. I tell you, what is eco-cities? In 90s it came the idea. To cut down the traveling time to workplace, we are now asking IT sector to shift to Gachibowli. Okay? And I remember I visited Audubon city in Germany, where the ground floors are commercial establishments, and first floor will be allotted to those who own the commercial unit in the ground floor. Okay? So no traveling, no petrol, nothing. And many of the HMDA officers have gone to Germany. I know, 2007. What did they learn? Except eating burgers and some pizzas there, coming down, doing nothing, no paper. But the most important thing, which I totally reject, the statements of short circuit, is this is a disaster happened because of climate induced pressure. Are we not using air conditioners continuously for the past 1 week and 10 days?
Yes.
The structures in the old city, they do not have proper ventilation for the hot gases to escape. It is only one newspaper which gave a report that it is the compressors which got blasted. Why a compressor blast? When it reaches the threshold limit of the heat, because of continual running, it will blast. The moment it blasts, the fire. It happened in this house. And everybody says fire safety norms. I ask the honorable members, is there any building codes for the old city particularly? No. If we, and some officer today says, shift to the residential area and we will have only production areas. So you are creating another future city for residential and
Real estate.
this production units. Any production units are part and parcel of it, right from Afzalganj. See, there are only two places, we should appreciate Nizam's planning. Timber industry is there in Gosha Mahal and then Mushirabad.
Yes.
And the transport system was Musi.
Yes.
We do not study anything and we want to make Musi rejuvenation, all kinds of gossip. Number one is because of the rising temperatures and heat and radiation we were using, even I was using, because I am aware of it, so I am stopping for some time and then looking into other things. Is there any message in the interest of the public? The social preventive medicine people in the university, medical colleges, all the departments should be closed.
Yes.
Not even one single message I have seen that use the electric and electronic gadgets very carefully. Okay. All these things are, the petty businesses in the old city are, they emerge from the middle class families, even poor.
Yes.
And part of North, Gosha Mahal, up to Mushirabad, you have the same features. I think 2 years back it happened in Secunderabad, the fire accident, near Krishna Hospital.
Even near Vijayanagar colony, old city also, that they were storing gas down.
Yeah, gas. And all these things, we do not have building codes, revised building codes for this. We do not have. There are certain things, which we have to blame ourselves, not upgrading the status of quality of life in these historical establishments. Is there any debate by any architectural college? I have not come across.
No.
What happened to the state, state and the city planners office and others, everybody is there and nobody. So these are the things. The most tragic part is, my friend used to say, Dr. K.L. Vyas, सब इलेक्ट्रिक वायर्स को जरा इंसुलेशन वायर लगा देने से पेड़ गिर गए तो भी ये शॉर्ट सर्किट्स नहीं होते. I tell you boldly, this country is poor in insulating technologies. Everybody talks of green buildings, CII and all. Where is the retrofitting for insulating technologies for the old buildings? They are all line constructed. You have ceramic insulation technologies also today. Where are they? Building materials and other things. CBRI, Central Building Research Institute, Roorkee, we also have in Hyderabad. Voluntary, gone. So, nobody is talking. I am waiting actually, Dr. Shivprasad, that what the, and most important thing is my experience got repeated. When I went to Latur in 1993 of the earthquake, in the collector's premises, there was a huge debate of the civil society and all. And the so-called experts, space technology experts, said, this is all earthquake-prone area. All these villages should be shifted from here. I asked, if that is the, your recommendation, where do you shift Japan? Where do you shift California? Where do you shift Guwahati? Huh? This is the kind of experts this country has. Unfortunate. And today, one of the officers say, shift all the residential areas and we keep the production areas here.
Absolutely nonsense.
Does, being an IAS officer, does he know that, what is the status of insulation technologies and what we can do and what we can't do? What is that we are learning from this incident? Today, my friend just invited me. You see, 2 days back, I got information that Japan has invented flexible concrete to address the earthquake shaking.
Wow.
You see, everyone is talking on technologies, research, and we are only talking on global city, 20-floor building, and money-making things. Let us stop this. Let us strengthen our academic and research institutions, and let us identify and come out with my humble request to the committee members is please come out with a white paper. What are the gaps in the technologies? What are the gaps in the management? And what is that we can encourage and how we can adopt it? Okay. In 1991, there was an attempt to kabjafy the Sabji Mandi in the old city. We also faced what happened to the open spaces of old city? Okay, right from Malakpet, you have a lot of open spaces.
They're all being occupied now. High-rise buildings, lakes,
Then
spaces.
Okay, let the Hydra go and demolish all them and make them green. And we are only talking of the fire safety and all. Yes, fire safety is the important thing. But fire safety is not the only thing. Building insulating materials and all. And who are the people involved in it? Commissioner GHMC. Did he ever give any statement on the kind of establishment we have from Afzalganj to Charminar? You have laddu packing and shoe packing boxes, units too. Metal alloys of black metal in chalk. You find entire range of technologies.
Indigenous.
They're surviving for last 300 years and we don't honor that. And crores of rupees, believe it or not, German government opposed it to the person who, eco-industry. What eco-industry they have done? they laid some roads and said, it is eco industries. When you are subsidizing hundreds and thousands of crores to the big industry, pharma industry, to upgrade their environment technologies, why can't we support these shoemakers, box makers, other manufacturers in the old city and give them an upgraded technology, upgraded quality of, workplace? Fire safety. I do not know fire safety, but what they only come if there is water, they use it, otherwise they don't. Huda and HMDA. HMDA is supposed to do an action research on growth patterns of the city and advise GHMC. It is competing with GHMC. It is competing with Aminpur local governing body. What an unfortunate status is. And Commissioner GHMC is looked as a golden goose. So whoever gets the money, and mayor, it's a cosmetic treatment.
Which party?
Not even one
Which party
strong
mayor will be
statement.
God knows. Which party mayor
Yeah,
will be God knows.
one strong statement is not there from the mayor. And officers, okay, Dumbos last 35 years. Why we are not eliminating all these corrupt officers? This is my question. Please, sir, look into this, okay? And we are not looking into these, the principles and practices of eco-cities, Malaysia, Singapore, Taipei, Hong Kong. Everybody does the, roadshow food courts. And their cottage industry manufacturing is much higher than us. Even our cell phones, they are manufactured at the backyard.
Yeah.
I have witnessed them. I have photographs. My humble request is, please, sir, go for a comprehensive investigation. Don't look for some lay excuses and tell that, ship the people from here. Where do you keep them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shifting is not at all an advisable solution. And
you have to understand the present the ecosystem of the people, how they are managing themselves, and look into it, identify the critical issues, and try to provide solutions to it. And most important thing is make it a participatory retrofitting. And another thing I would like to congratulate is Hyderabad always stands for communal harmony.
yeah.
Even this time, the neighborhood came to the rescue of this victim family. I really thank everyone in the old city, irrespective of their faith in the religion.
Yes.
So everybody came forward and tried to do this. Let us bring back the glory of old city with green retrofitting technologies. Let's not make Usmania University and other universities a lazy dumbos. This is my humble appeal to the honorable members of the committee. Please include the people who have the knowledge on this old city. Include people with urban planning and urban transformation. It is not a typical bureaucratic exercise. I hope you people understand this and make this more a people participatory approach. Thank you so much, sir.
So 2 questions straight away to you, sir, because I've put these visuals. You have seen how closely they are. In the name of smart cities, since Modi government came, they have been investing lakhs of crores of rupees right from 2014. And believe me, KTR was proudly presenting Hyderabad has been given the best livable or green city award also. That also we discussed. How Modi government is it sleeping without any ground realities? How is that they are awarding cities? And what is this modus operandi, Mr. Modi? We have questioned directly Modi. Urban planning, thousands of crores. And every year on flood also, flood management also, when you say smart cities, urban cities, when you are giving awards, they should maintain and manage it. Every year, you need to give compensation to, unfortunately, those precious lives, or again, you have to rebuild the entire area and the loss of property. So every year, thousands of crores are being invested. There is no urban planning, as you rightly said. Your answer, sir.
Yes, you have rightly pointed out the issue. This is not limited to Hyderabad.
Yep.
We do not know how many electronic and electrical goods are getting blasted because we have old Delhi, old Lucknow, old Kanpur. Okay, every city has some space for the historical town. It should be a national agenda
Yeah.
to come out with. It cannot be a state agenda. Okay?
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will kill all our tourism potential and also kill the skills of the people, which we say we are trying to develop the skill management systems. You have rightly pointed out, this is not urban transformation is not the issue of the state government or local governing bodies. It is a central government's issue, and central government should come out with a widely acceptable and guidelines. Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, because let me just ask you one more question at the last. I want to again play our heartfelt. I'm just showing, see how these buildings are close by. I just wanted you to watch, see how the buildings are close by to such a historical structure. Here it is, you have seen this Charminar. This is all Gulzarhouz, and how this is being ignored regularly. And now he is the barrister, he is the MP, and his own corporators are there. Listen to his statement.
जो हादसा हुआ है जिसकी वजह से एक खानदान के 17 अपराधों की मौत हुई है और ये खानदान इस इलाके में 125 साल से यहाँ पर आबाद है.
Listen to this, sir. 125 years since they are there.
Yeah, one thing is,
तो बड़ी तकलीफदेह बात है और सिर्फ उस परिवार के दो लोग ही बचे हैं. तो मैं अपनी तरफ से उन तमाम परिवार को कंडोलेंस ताज़ियत पेश करता हूं और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि फायर सर्विस की जो रिपोर्ट आएगी उसके बाद जो भी डूज एंड डोंट्स रहेंगे उस पर फिर से असर देखना है, क्योंकि अभी डीजी फायर सर्विस बता रहे थे कि बहुत से जो लोगों की मौत हुई वो बर्न इंजरी से नहीं हुई, एसिफिक्शन से और फ्यूम्स बॉडी में जाने की वजह से उनकी मौत हुई है. तो बेचारे वो बता रहे थे कि बाद लोग तो दरवाजा भी बंद करके बैठ गए. तो अब नहीं मालूम, रिपोर्ट आने के बाद देखेंगे. But
yeah, he says clearly not just even burns, asphyxia because of the fumes and all. The buildings were so close, neatly each other. So my question to you is, sir, in the name of smart cities, every local government, state government, even Hyderabad received the best livable award, green city award, everything, all that nonsensical awards when you are losing such precious lives. Is central government not aware or state government not aware? Urban planners not aware? Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, what the hell they are doing, collecting taxes, and what about Hyderabad Metro Development Authority? And in this context, what is this building regulation scheme or land regulation scheme? Lakhs of rupees after violations, if they are collecting, don't you think these violations, unplanned approach of both state and central governments, including urban bodies, and these officials, lackadaisical, because IAS, IPS officers or IRS, whoever it is, they are staying in government-owned buildings with all safety norms, with absolute green technologies, and they are enjoying. And they are our servants, including chief minister and mayor or commissioner. How is that public servants are enjoying while poor people, we are the constitution, We are the taxpayers. We are suffering and we are losing lives this way. What is this nonsense, sir?
Yeah, one thing is, you see, what I feel is the senior who are supposed to expected to give the advices to the elected bodies and the elected bodies both are losing their sensitivity. Why this, everybody is blaming the old cities mixed growth. And these people themselves have given the permission in Kokapet for a mixed growth.
Yeah. That's what.
No, you look at Charminar, after that Abbott's mixed growth, and everything is mixed growth. After the Kukutpalli, housing board colony mixed growth, the entire Hyderabad has changed.
Yeah.
There is no privacy. Okay? If that be the case, today Jubilee Hills does not have so much of traffic problem.
Yeah.
Even Jubilee Hills, every house is converted either into a hotel or into another commercial thing. Why? It is time for this government to review all the residential areas, habitations across the city, right from Charminar to Kokapet. And you are saying, the closed buildings and all. Where is the setback? Who is, you don't see the setback even in Jubilee Hills, Madhapur. Okay? And we claim that we have 21st centuries, we have the best planners, we have this, we have that. It is all nonsensical. The city is moving towards a greater disaster, a dual disaster, fire because of
Climate.
overheating and inundation because of nala choking. Okay. These two things are in the future and they are going to close the urban life. That's a very pathetic situation. Government has to